In Taos, New Mexico, a quiet town in the American Southwest, something strange has been happening since the early 1990s. About 2% of the residents hear a sound, a low, constant, unending hum, day and night. It's driving some of them to desperation. They can't sleep, can't think, can't escape it. Scientists have investigated for decades, but they still can't find the source. What is the Taos hum? It's one of the most studied acoustic mysteries in modern science. It began in the early 90s, or maybe it was always there, and people just started noticing. Residents of Taos started reporting a low-frequency hum, like a distant diesel engine or industrial machinery. But there was no engine, no machinery. The sound seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. Not everyone could hear it, only about 2% of the population. But for those who could, it was impossible to ignore. The hum was constant, present indoors and outdoors, day and night, and it got louder in quiet environments. Some described it as maddening, a pressure in their ears, a vibration in their chest. It disrupted sleep, caused headaches, anxiety, and depression. People tried everything to escape it. Earplugs didn't help. White noise couldn't mask it. Some even moved away from Taos entirely, only to find they could still hear it elsewhere. The phenomenon gained national attention. Scientists arrived, acoustic engineers, geologists, even the military got involved. Everyone wanted to solve the mystery of the Taos hum. In 1993, a formal study was launched with researchers from multiple disciplines. They interviewed affected residents, conducted hearing tests, and set up acoustic monitoring equipment all over town. The results were puzzling. The equipment detected nothing unusual. No low-frequency sound at the levels people were reporting. Standard measurements showed normal background noise, highway traffic, wind, the usual sounds of nature, but nothing that could explain the hum. Yet, the residents insisted. They heard it clearly and consistently. So, the researchers turned their focus to the hearers themselves. They ran medical exams, audiological tests, and neurological scans. Were these people imagining it? Was it a case of mass hysteria? The tests revealed something interesting. The people who heard the hum had normal hearing and normal neurological function. There were no signs of mental illness. They weren't making it up, and they weren't imagining it. They were genuinely perceiving a sound that our instruments simply couldn't detect. Now, remember this. Human hearing is incredibly complex. We don't just hear with our ears. We perceive vibrations and interpret signals in ways that instruments can't always replicate. The hum hearers weren't crazy. They were detecting something that was very real to them, even if science couldn't measure it. Over the years, similar hums have been reported all around the world. Bristol, England, Bondi, Australia, Windsor, Ontario, Kokomo, Indiana. Each location has its own version, always affecting a small percentage of the population, always difficult to measure, and almost always unexplained. In a few cases, like in Kokomo, sources were eventually found. The sound was traced to industrial cooling towers. Once they were modified, the hum stopped. But in most places, including Taos, no source has ever been identified. Theories have been flying around for years. Some are scientific, some are speculative, and some are just plain bizarre. Natural explanations suggest it could be seismic activity, low-frequency vibrations from the Earth's tectonic plates that only sensitive individuals can perceive. Electromagnetic theories point to power lines, radio transmissions, or cell towers, creating fields that some people's auditory systems interpret as sound. Then there are industrial sources, distant factories, mining operations, or military installations running equipment that produces low-frequency noise that travels for miles, audible only to certain people. And finally, there are biological explanations, like spontaneous otoacoustic emission sounds generated by the inner ear itself. A sort of malfunction in the cochlea that creates the perception of an external sound when it's actually internal. The truth is, we still don't know. After decades of research, hundreds of investigations, and millions of dollars spent on studies, the Taos hum remains a complete mystery. What we do know is that the phenomenon is real for those who experience it. It's not mass hysteria or a plea for attention. People have left their homes, their jobs, and their families to escape a sound that only they can hear. The psychological toll is immense. Imagine hearing a constant hum, day after day, year after year, knowing no one else hears it, knowing science can't explain it, and knowing there's no escape. That's the reality for the hearers of the Taos hum. A 2021 study proposed a new theory. The hum might be caused by infrasound generated by ocean waves interacting with the seafloor, creating vibrations that travel through the earth and manifest as a low-frequency hum in certain locations. Why only some people hear it could be due to individual variations in sensitivity to infrasound. But this theory is far from proven and doesn't explain all the cases. The Taos hum persists. It's still affecting residents, still defying explanation, and still frustrating researchers. Because modern science should be able to explain a sound. It should be able to measure it, trace it, and stop it. But in Taos, it can't. Not yet. The Tao's hum represents something profound about human perception, about the limits of our instruments, and about the mysteries that persist even in our age of advanced technology. We've mapped the human genome, sent robots to Mars, and built quantum computers. But we aren't explained why some people in a small New Mexico town hear a hum that shouldn't exist. This mystery resonates because it's ongoing. It's affecting real people, right now, in a developed country with access to the best scientists and equipment, and still, no answers. It reminds us that mystery isn't just a thing of ancient history or remote forgotten places. It exists right here, in our modern world, in phenomena we can't yet explain, and experiences we can't yet measure. The people of Taos live with this every single day. Some have adapted and learned to tune it out. Others are still searching for answers, for relief, for the validation that what they hear is real. Perhaps one day, with better technology, more sensitive instruments, and a deeper understanding of acoustics and human perception, we will finally solve the Tao's hum. Until then, it remains one of America's most persistent unsolved mysteries. Have you ever heard an unexplained sound? A hum that only you could detect? Let me know in the comments below. If this acoustic mystery intrigued you, please leave a like and subscribe to MyC Mysteries. Do you not forget to turn on notifications? And share this with anyone you know who is fascinated by unexplained phenomena. Save this video, because some mysteries are literally all around us. Some sounds exist between perception and reality. And some questions, science just hasn't answered yet. This is MyC Mysteries, where curiosity meets the unknown. See you in the next one.